Peter, thanks very much for joining us. I just wanted to pick up a little bit on the market, Peter, particularly the German market. Um, how do you see the balance between the increased demand from e-commerce, but also the potential for an economic recession that's obviously being talked about more generally globally?
Yeah, I mean, those are definitely two factors pointing into two different directions. However, we do see, especially when it comes to food, retail, and so on, there are products people need no matter what the economic looks like. Of course, we are part of the market, we are part of the economy. Still, we do think that logistics is a bit less cyclical than maybe others. One of the evidences we have for that, for example, was in 2008 and 9 in the financial crisis. Our sister company Realogis had the two best years in those two in that time, simply because people were demanding more warehouse space and so on during the crisis. And that's actually also something we've seen right now. Things were getting a little bit more risky. All of a sudden, many of our tenants increased their stock in the warehouses. One effect that leads to that may be the bullwhip effect, which is an effect if you have a small change in demand over the delivery chain that amplifies. So depending on where you are on that chain, you feel that that effect stronger. So that at least short term leads to much higher stock in the warehouses. That could be one of the effects, but I think we are well prepared for recession. I think we are still in a situation where we have more demand from tenants than we have land available, especially in the e-commerce area, but we're fairly confident we're in the right niche of industry.
And Peter, there was a lot of discussion earlier on in the crisis around supply chains and the potential for more nearshoring, particularly in Germany. Do you think that's going to be influential in the German market?
That was a topic that has been discussed a lot, especially in March, April, where we were like, oh my God, all the supply chains are collapsing. Now everything has to be produced wherever it's also consumed. And then that led to an initial thought on our side that, okay, Europe is one of the big consuming areas in the world, so we will probably see more production in Europe. Now, we've done some more research on that and also talked to some of the leading economists in Germany. And the opinion there is this is more wishful thinking. We don't have the production capacities or the costs especially. One thing though that has come up recently is some production processes just in the last 5 years have been so automated that there is zero input from human labor anymore. And that is obviously something that then can also be done in Europe again. But I think that's still a very small part of the industry. And we will not see a significant change there in the at least midterm.
Thanks very much for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much.